From Mount Hetfield to Slayer Gulch to Hog Street to the Outer Lands and even to the Woodstock 99 simulation.
How many people here ever woke up one morning and just decided it wasn't one of those days and you're gonna break some shit?
We're broadcasting all over the Val Verde Valley. Val Verde rocks with 108.9 The Hawk. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome once again to the annual July 17th Patriotic holiday here in Val Verde. Officially, it's called the July 17th Patriotic Yet Rocking Holiday Parade.
Long.
Sure.
Long every time.
Long every time, but this is, we've been doing this for years.
Oh, we have been doing this for years.
You
don't call it an annual tradition for nothing.
Yeah, that way it's annual. So
it's annual.
By that in definition, you got to do it every year.
Look, if there's one thing about classic rock, you follow the rules and you follow the definitions.
You follow the rules. You follow the definition if you are indeed into classic rock, and my God, we are, because we're 108.9 The Hawk, the Valley's classic rock station. I am Jason Gore.
I am Geoff the Angry Man Garlock.
And my friends, we are out here on the Sharnies stage in Verde Square. Thank you to Sharnies for that.
Are free at Sharnies.
And today we are going to be live hawkcasting this entire parade. Now, Geoff,
you got to trust us too, by the way. We are here. I know that there is a giant weeping willow. Yes. Hanging in front of the Sharnies stage.
Yes, you
have to look stage left under the willow, which is, of course, your right if you are looking at us, coming down, rocking with everybody in Val Verde. Trust us, we are there.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. I was pointing at the guy down there who was listening, trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
Stan? Oh, fuck, that's Stan.
Stan, come on.
You son of a bitch.
Learn your goddamn left and right. And on top of that, learn your goddamn stage lefts and stage right. Because if there's one thing Val Verde loves, it's parades, classic rock, and following the lore of the theater.
And if there's one thing I don't love, it's fucking Stan right there.
Oh, I mean, that's the other. That's the one thing Val Verde doesn't love is always Stan. But yes, Stan, we are up here and the weeping willows are right in front of our face. Shut up.
Shut up, Stan. Keep walking. Oh, my God. Now, we got to tell you what July 17th signifies here in Val Verde. Geoff, why don't you give our listeners, before we wait for the first float to come down Hog Street, what's the history? How about a history lesson, Angry Man?
I mean, look, I don't want to get off on a rant here. I want to get off on a history lesson. I mean, the thing here is we are Valverdians, all right? We march to the...
We are Valverdians. Very strong and true.
Oh, I thought you were singing the Queen version that they did once.
Oh, no, I was singing...
We are Valverdians. My chumps. Which is because it's Val Verde. We have to get a little angry at everyone there. That's what we do here. But the thing, and that speaks to what this annual tradition is all about.
Yes.
Of course, most of America has already celebrated their July 4ths. They have already gotten out there. They have already gotten on the streets, shot off those fireworks, wasting money left and right.
Every classic rock station in the world has been playing R-O-C-K in the USA, R-O-C. And you don't hear that until July 17th, motherfuckers, here on 108.9 The Hawk.
We put it in the vault. We put it in the Val Verde, the 108.9 The Hawk vault. And so here's the thing. July 4th, look, that's when our country was free. All right.
Our country was free.
We signed that old Consti, and we said, hey, let's be America. And then Val Verde said, chill out, man.
Hey, could you just chill out, man?
Can you just take a breath, all right? We're not going to be told what to do over here, all right? And also, you know, Valverdians, we are notoriously a little bit lazier, so it takes a while to get a parade going. And so we said, you know what, we'll set our own pace here. And that's when we started July 17th.
Happy July 17th.
July 17th. That was about the time that we could get it together. And that's our town motto. Val Verde, we finally got it together. Yeah. And you'll see that on the first parade float that'll be coming by shortly, I'm sure.
Yeah, it has to be.
And watch out for the bottle rockets coming off of that one, because they do not hold back on the gunpowder for those.
They literally aim for you.
Oh, they
are holding them straight and just putting them up and down to get the proper leverage to fire it at your face.
Again, every warning that every parent is giving to children on July 4th of like, shoot a bottle rocket. We're going to act like that part of it is safe, and that the thing that isn't safe is holding it directly towards your brothers and your sisters and your friends. You know what we say here? It's all unsafe, so fuck it. Let's just do it.
It's all unsafe, so fuck it. That's what happened in 1982 when Val Verde finally ratified the U.S. Constitution.
We waited until 1982.
1982. Before then, we were our own nation.
Yeah.
Of Val Verde.
We've all seen Deadwood.
Please.
Milch.
Speaking of, it is the first float coming up, everybody. There we go. HBO's Deadwood.
Man, look at it. And all of its glory.
All of them. Wow.
Now Now, of course, that is Miss Trunkle's third grade class.
Yep.
From Val Verde Elementary, all dressed up as the various characters from Deadwood.
Yep.
And, of course, little Tommy's playing Swearingen, and he is swearing up a storm.
Oh, but the real Ian McShane is on top of the float.
But he's
Everybody's
dressed as
clapping for
Lovejoy.
him.
He's dressed as Lovejoy from PBS's Lovejoy, not the BBC Lovejoy, the PBS version.
Right. Geoff, dodge.
And
Swearingen
just shooting a bottle rocket at us. Right at our face.
Oh, Ian McShane, we love you. Hopefully you come up and talk to us soon.
Man, I gotta say, look at little Sally playing Timothy Olyphant's character.
I know, Sally, you're doing great.
She looks great, and she looks angry. Just everything.
So angry.
She's got that Olyphant face. Always angry all the time.
Face.
Oliphant. That's one of my favorite prog bands, by the way.
Oh, Oliphant Face?
Oliphant's Face from 1974.
Yeah.
In the Czech Republic, one of my favorite prog bands.
They're so good. They predate Timothy Olyphant, I think.
They
birthed Timothy Olyphant.
That's the mystery of life. You know, there are many sages out there, many gurus who are trying to figure out which came first.
Yep. Their song, Many Sages and Gurus, was a number one hit in Czechoslovakia.
Wonderful record.
Many sages.
Many sages and gurus. Many sages and gurus. Timothy Olyphant knows that one too, and so does that little girl playing Timothy.
Job.
She's singing it right now.
Oh, of course, it is Pizza-thon days, so you know the Pizza Emporium float has to be coming through. Pizza Emporium, longtime sponsor of 108.9 The Hawk, big friends of our station, and man, have you tried their Windex pizza?
Have I tried it? They just threw a slice right into my mouth.
Right,
and again,
you caught it like a seal.
Oh, and I was clapping my hands like a seal right on my head. Just
And we're not saying art. We're not saying art.
Over there, look at this guy. He's got a better view than we do.
I know, man.
But you know, I gotta say, we always say be warned about the bottle rockets, but they don't warn you about how hot that pizza slice is that they are throwing from the Pizza Emporium float.
The ovens are always on at Pizza Emporium. That is something you have to know. The ovens are always on. They're always cooking some sort of slice, be it D-battery, be it barbecue chicken.
I love a good barbecue chicken. A little bit more toxic than the Windex.
Kind of shocking.
And a little bit more toxic than the D-battery is that barbecue chicken.
I don't know what's in the barbecue sauce. It's a weird color. It's got like red number 8 in it for sure.
Oh, you're getting cancer from it. That's just a fact. Mothers in the 80s are scared of red number 8. I'll tell you that right now.
My favorite Rick Springfield song.
Oh my goodness, the
Mothers in the
B-side.
80s are scared of red number 8.
And you nailed it too as your backup
Thank
vocals
you.
on that part.
Fuck. When Rick asked me to do it, I was like, "Are you serious?" And
then Yahoo
he
Serious
was.
came over and said, "Are you talking to me?" And it's like,
And I was like, "No,
we'll get to
Yahoo.
you, young
No,
Einstein."
We'll get to you eventually." And speaking of young Einstein, it is the young Einstein float coming through.
Look, we've
Kind
said
of a
it
shocker.
before. Kind of a shock. And literally, young Einstein is shocked right now.
Yeah.
He is discovering E equals MC squared through his homemade electrical guitar setup.
Yes.
His hair is out of control. But that is the Val Verde way. We march to the beat of our own drum, and when people say, "Really, Yahoo Serious had a career?" we say, "Of course he had a career, and let's do a bootleg DVD of it." And he's also throwing bootleg DVDs.
He's tossing them
young Einstein.
left and right. My God.
And that's it. You gotta have those 108.9 the Hawk totes that we were giving out, because there's gonna be a lot of stuff being thrown on our July 17th holiday freedom extravaganza
Oh, there better be.
parade. Oh, there better be, and there will be. Almost every other float is gonna be throwing something at you.
I hope so.
I mean, so far you've gotten bottle rockets from Ian McShane, Windex slices from Pizza Emporium, and of course bootleg DVDs of Young Einstein from Mr. Yahoo Serious himself, taking a break from his residency in Branson, Missouri, at Yakov Smirnoff's. It's Yakov Smirnoff.
I think it's Yakov Smirnoff.
Yakov Smirnoff vodka.
Yakov Smirnoff. Yeah, I think it is. Yakov. I think you have to say it like that, too.
Welcome to Yakov Smirnoff vodka.
Oh my God, Geoff, we are having such a good time right now. But we do have to send it over to our friend in the sky. We can chat with him a little bit too, but we got to find out if you're coming down to Hog Street today for this parade. You're going to want to know how to get here with Hawk Traffic.
108.9 The Hawk Traffic with Art Spart.
From the top of Sharney's Tower. Brought to you by Bert's Funeral Flowers. I'm Art Spart. Hawk Traffic. And,
Oh my goodness, is this helicopter going out of control? What's going on there, Art? Are you okay?
I got it. Okay, we got the copter back. Well, looking down here, it's gridlock. You're not getting anywhere, Val Verde. Because today's the day we said, And that was what one of our founding fathers, great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandson, Tony Val Verde.
That's how we responded when they said, "Do you want to put your name right here?"
He's like, do I want to be part of the United States, or do we want to still be the nation of Val Verde? And he flipped a coin. And the coin said, yeah, you gotta sign it. On one side of the coin, it said, you gotta sign it. On the other side of the coin, it said, don't do it.
Official Val
And,
Verde
of course,
currency.
That is the official Val Verde coin. Though it's all the money we used before joining the U.S. government was just a single coin.
One single coin. We were a single
single
coin-based
coin.
economy in Val Verde.
God, I remember having to carry around a pouch of coins.
Oh boy,
I still have one right here, just in case things go south, if you know what I mean.
We know exactly what you mean, Art. We know exactly what you mean.
Trust monsters more than I trust the U.S. government.
Wow.
Let's be real here. Let's be real. Geoff, if you were standing in front of a Dracula, just itching, I gotta have it. With your blood, you know how they can see the blood? The one vein in your neck that just pops for them. That Dracula is just, oh, I gotta get it. Oh. And you're standing there, and then you look over here, and you've got a representative from the U.S. government. Dracula, suck away, my friend. Now, gridlock. Well, Lasagna Junction doesn't look good. 422 completely backed up. You could try Soundgarden Boulevard if you're making your way over to Hog Street. I just say abandon your vehicle and walk. And from the Bert's Funeral Flowers traffic desk, Art Spart from atop Sharney's Tower on 108.9 The Hawk.
With Bert's funeral flowers, with Bert's funeral flowers.
No one eats for free at Charlie.
Oh, two. We had
Wow,
to do
double
two there
jingle.
because,
All right.
you know, of course,
Rules are
no
rules.
one eats. Rules are rules.
Rules are rules. Rules
Oh,
are rules.
My
also.
God, Jeff, what is that?
What is? Oh my goodness! Here we go. A tribute to Hervé Villachez.
Oh, Hervé, we love you, Hervé. The crowd, they're going to just keep clapping for this one. This is
This one doesn't stop.
Oh,
No, you have to stop eventually, crowd, because
You
we're
do
going to
have
have to
to
move
stop.
on.
You
And
do.
the weird
It's gonna
part
move.
is always, this is, of course, the traditional, a tribute to Hervé Villachez, parentheses, we ain't talking about Fantasy Island.
right.
It's always the most confusing part about it, because you go in going, well, what else are we talking about? But
They're talking
just
about
the
the breadth.
personality of that, just the brand, the personal brand of Hervé
The brand.
Villachez.
And the breadth of his career.
Oh, and he's throwing bread also.
He is throwing bread.
Yeah.
Dodge it!
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Jesus! Whoa! God! Oh.
Wow. But you gotta love it. You gotta love that flop.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
I was trying to catch that one like a seal, but it just wasn't happening.
You almost did.
I almost
Oh,
did.
you
know what the problem
almost
is? I'm
did.
confused, I think, still. I almost got hit in the head by that bread because it seemed like Art posed me a question. Posed me a
What was the
question about
question?
the vampires and something about my blood, and then he just answered it himself. Which
No,
also, though,
yeah, I think he did.
speaks
Right.
it speaks to the Val Verde mood, you know, because a lot of people don't understand.
They
The
don't.
July 17th parade,
Right.
it ain't about politics. There are no politics in Val Verde.
No.
You can't be like, this person's a libertarian, this person's a Democrat, this person's a Democant, this person's a Republic-won't. No, literally, it's just, people are a bunch of grumps here. Every choice is made in Val Verde for just being a bunch of grumps and just saying, hey, we're going to do what we want to do.
Yeah.
We ain't tributing to Hervé Villachez.
No.
Only for Fantasy Island, and we're going to pose questions and never let you answer. That is the Val Verde way.
So on Saturday, July 17th, 1982, where were you, Jeff? Do you remember?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I was at a screening of Red Dawn. In my own personal backyard screening.
Okay.
And I got a phone call on the old landline.
Okay.
It said, you know what, people? We're doing it. This, of course, was Mayor Tony Tritringo.
Oh, God.
Calling out. And the
R.I.P.
funny part is, R.I.P. rest in power, rest in pizza with him, because the interesting part
Truly.
is, I was eating a Tony Tritringo pizza roll right when he called. Because he was
That's
calling
an all-day affair, really.
I mean, it's a humongous thing. And also, let's be honest. That's like saying, oh, I had a psychic moment. You were going to give me a call. And then you're like, I call you every Sunday, Ma. I don't know what you're talking about. But, you know, and I'm sitting there and I'm eating a Tritringo pizza roll. I'm always eating a Tritringo pizza roll, which, of course, is an entire pizza rolled up into a roll. As I think we all are doing when we're watching our own personal screenings of Red Dawn. And he said, hey, you know what? We're going to do it. Forget about it. Let's become part of America. And I said, hey, that's your bag.
Yeah.
As long as I can listen to classic rock.
Hey, that's all I needed.
That's all I needed.
That's all I needed.
And then I put on Joe Walsh. It's been good to me so far in it.
I'm glad you brought that up, Jeff, because today's we have a lot of people that sponsor the broadcast, and we do have to thank each and every one of them. Of course, we have to thank Channel 8. They have a brand new show coming out, Jeff, called Joe Walsh, Life's Been Good Private Detective Agency.
Interesting.
And it's a reality program where Joe Walsh comes to Val Verde to solve our crimes, because of course, you know, there's that line in Life's Been Good, I'm just searching for clues at the scene of the crime. Life's been good. It was always an ad, Jeff.
It was
always an ad for Joe Walsh's private detective agency.
Interesting.
So that's coming soon.
What kind of
to Channel
crimes is he
8.
going to be solving, do you think?
Brutal murders.
Just the most brutalist of murders.
The brutal murders of Val Verde. And let's be honest with you, they happen 4 to 5 times a day.
Oh, they happen. I mean, you might as well be saying like, "Oh, it's interesting. I was eating a Tritringo pizza roll when a brutal murder happened." It's like, well, we're always eating a Tritringo pizza roll, and there's always a brutal murder. Like you're
I was
sitting
gonna
there
call
going,
you on Sunday, Ma.
Exactly. It ain't a psychic moment here, but it's like, the amount of times I have been threatened by people. Mm-hmm. When I'm eating a Tritringo pizza roll and they're like, Red Dawn is a movie that came out in 1984 and your anecdote always says in 1982 you were watching Red Dawn, and I say, you are just violently ill, which is often a greeting in Val Verde as well.
That's just like saying hello or cheers.
That's just like saying, and speaking
you are
of
violently ill.
The violently ill float is coming by.
There it is. Oh, God. Look at all of those violently ill Valverdians just trying to wave.
And that is, of course, a tribute to the heroes of Val Verde who are the violently ill. And we're talking all types, all holes, all body.
Holes,
like, sometimes it's mental health, but most of the time, it's let's be honest, it's diarrhea.
And it's all holes.
And it's all holes.
It's all holes.
It is all holes.
Like,
and
literally,
that's what it says on the front. It's all holes.
It does say, there's a big banner that says all holes. And if you go over to Val Verde Memorial Hospital,
no problem.
You're gonna, some other hospitals in other towns, I'm doing a jerk off motion with my hand. Other hospitals in other towns, they're gonna use terms like code blue or code stroke or anything like that. At Val Verde Memorial, all they say is all holes.
All holes. Right away. And everybody knows what you're talking about at all times when you say that. Doctors, patients, we just get it.
You need.
You gotta have transparency at a hospital.
I hear this in the background, Geoff. I don't mean to interrupt you, but
as you should.
That, of course, is the Mike and Mechanics Living Years float.
Oh, man. Wow. Look at
We're going to listen for a second here, okay? It's too late.
Let's talk about transmission.
When we die.
Talk about your fuel pump dying.
We don't see eye to eye.
Of course, that's the line. Talk about an estimate and how the cost of fixing your car was different. Quarrel about the price.
Between the present and the past.
Your car used to run better in the past.
We only sacrifice the future.
You're not going to get better mileage.
It's the bitterness that lasts.
The bitterness of not using premium gas.
So don't you do the fortunes sometimes see his fate. It may have a new perspective on a different date. And if you don't give up and don't give in, you may just be okay.
That's, of course, mean you got to change your air filter in your car.
Say it loud!
Back to transmission. And it is a beautiful float. Of course, Mike and the Mechanic is...
Oh, there it goes. It's passing right by. Oh,
one of our best mechanics.
One of our best mechanics.
Most people
don't
don't
down
realize.
off the float. He's come down off the float, and he's coming to say hello. Mike Rutherford, I should say, of Mike and the Mechanics. What's it like being part of this patriotic parade here in Val Verde today?
It's been rather wonderful being here. I always like an event where, there's no Phil Collins or there's no Tony Banks. And I can just have, Mike Rutherford time. Reminding you to come down to Mike and the Mechanics on Hog Street, right down the street, right over there. And, if you say that you heard it here on 108.9 The Hawk, I'm going to give you half off your oil change.
Well, that is a great deal. And you know what else is a great deal, Mr. Rutherford? Of course, right behind you.
Oh.
Tony Banks is showing up from the Tony Banks Bank.
Oh, shit.
One of the best crypto banks we have in Val Verde. Here he comes. Hey, Tony, could you come over and talk to... It's your old friend, Mike Rutherford.
Shit.
Oh, hello. Oh, what? Oh, what are you doing here? Oh, you're okay, right? Oh,
didn't know you were going to be
no,
here.
I thought you were going to I thought we were going to have some time apart.
No,
finally.
it would. This
all right,
was
fine.
my time for me and my mechanics to shine, but it is good to see you, old chum.
Yeah, no, it's fine to see you, I suppose. I mean, you've got a wonderful solo career. I've never really been able to figure that out, but I hold no regrets.
Whoa!
I thought maybe I could have my
Mike Mechanics float has just turned around to pick Mike up. They're back, and I think it's probably the power of the mechanics that are going to win right here. It's too late.
Okay, fine. I guess you're going to overshadow me.
When Tony Banks dies.
All right, that feels personal. I thought we were friends.
We don't see eye to eye.
No, we don't. I still think I should have put that part in the chorus and No Son of Mine.
I wasn't there that morning when Tony Banks passed.
I'm alive.
Brought him, hit him with the keyboard, put it in his ass.
Oh, that hurt?
Things hit, and I kept hitting him with it, just banging it into his stomach and making him shit. I think I got his spirit later that same year.
No, you didn't get me.
I'm sure I heard his echo in my baby's newborn tears. I just wish I could have told him in the living years. Get on the float, Mike. We're going.
I'm still here. No, okay, I'm still here. And all right. Well, I guess I'll go back to my crypto float. Thanks for nothing. Overshadowed once again. Wow.
Not much for Banks to even come back with, which is like a little different. I usually think he's got fight in him.
I think he looked a little broken today.
He looked a little broken. I don't think he
Crypto's taken a little bit of a beating lately.
Real beat.
Should not have opened up that crypto bank just because his last name is Banks.
Shouldn't have gone into NFTs with that one picture of him with his keyboard and just different colors of it.
He just has a gallery there, but you know that's the hard part about Banks. You know he keeps pushing on though.
Did you buy a Banks ape? I bought a Banks ape.
Oh, I bought a Banks ape. Yeah. It's very judgy.
Oh, it's so judgy.
You look at it, it's like its eyes follow you like the Mona Lisa, but everywhere it goes, it's just like, you're going to do that? And you're like, oh, well, okay. I guess that was a waste of my money. But, you know, Godspeed to the two of them.
Oh, my God, Geoff. Which one is this? What is this? What's coming? I can't see through the tree.
A tribute
Can you see through the side of your tree?
No. Am I seeing Weeping Willows, or is that the tribute to pipe cleaners? Oh. No, that is the tribute to pipe cleaners.
Pipe cleaners. Of course, pipe cleaners, one of the favorite jobs here in Val Verde. All of our pipes are fucked.
Oh, my God.
All of our pipes in Val Verde are fucked, and these men and women are the ones that get down there in the guck, in the muck, and they clean them out with pipe cleaners.
They use pipe cleaners. We don't have
really
room
big
for
ones.
crafts. These
really
are big. Big pipe cleaners. These are big pipe cleaners.
Big.
They are like Shai Haluds. They are like the grandfather of the desert. They are the old worm in Dune.
Yes.
That size.
They are that size.
But that's also how big our pipes are, and that's how much guck is in those pipes.
How much guck?
Again, tribute to you, heroes, for doing what you did.
I take my cap off for you, my heroes, the pipe cleaners of Val Verde, and I also take my hat off for the next one. Tom Kiefer's blowing leafers. I cannot believe they're coming through.
Kiefer's blowing leafers.
Tom, stop the float. Stop the float. Come over and talk to us a little bit. Tom, come over here. 108.9 The Hawk, under the Weeping Willow. Under the Weeping Willow, Tom. Just crawl under the Weeping... Okay.
I'm looking through the trees.
No, just part the tree, Tom. Part the tree and you'll see us.
Let me use a Tom Kiefer blowing leafers. Oh, there you are. Oh, hello, Jeff the Angry Man, and hello, Jason Gore.
Oh, my God, Tom Kiefer, I got to tell you, I've seen Cinderella live. It was one of the greatest moments of my life, and being here with you right now, Jeff, he ran away. He was, he doesn't get starstruck. I'm too scared.
No, that's all right.
He doesn't get starstruck, but just for you, he gets starstruck. So how is the blowing leafers business going, Tom?
Could it be any better? My voice, as I get older, seems to get crazier. So now I've got the extra extra strong blowers because I don't want to lose my voice, so I want to just cover it up because you don't know what you got till it's gone, and I don't want my voice gone.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Hey, your float's leaving.
Oh, blow it back here, people! Top Kiefer wants to jump up on the back!
Oh, Tom, thank you for saying hello. Geoff, you can come back. He's gone.
Oh, I got so scared.
I know you got so scared.
I got so scared. I'm not sure if it's because I'm such a big Cinderella fan or because his voice is insane at a certain point.
It is so good to see Tom Kiefer here at this wonderful occasion.
If you don't recognize him, you're going to hear him. You know what I say? That's what I always say about Tom Kiefer.
Yes, you are. It is the 17th of July. It should be the 17th of July, 1982 parade. That sounds a lot better.
It does sound a lot better, but
we were like,
you know.
This Constitution's got something good in it.
Where were you, by the way, when we got that puppy signed?
Oh, God, and it came via puppy.
Oh, you got the puppygram.
I did get the puppygram. It was a Saint Bernard, and it had the little,
of course,
the little barrel under its neck.
And like, ooh,
and I'm
whiskey.
like, oh, thank God, whiskey. And I opened it up, and a little piece of paper shot out, and it was the U.S. Constitution.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I've heard of this.
Never
Time
seen
to
this
read,
in
I
person.
guess. And I read it, and I'm like, you know what? This has a little bit of something for everybody.
Now, that's interesting. You actually read it, because what I've heard is most people talk about the Constitution have never actually read it.
This crowd is loud. Could you guys be any fucking louder around us? Sorry, what were you saying about the Constitution, Geoff? I'm sorry.
Just most people don't actually read it, but love to talk about how they've read it all the time and start to quote it nonstop. But that's why it also took so long. We all have actually read the Constitution.
It took so fucking long. What's your favorite quote in the Constitution?
Oh, my favorite, we the people.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's really pulls it all together is right at the
people.
beginning. Oh, you just like people?
I don't need the we the. I get it.
Like maybe it is a little hat on a hat.
I fucking get it.
It would be much better if the Constitution just kind of yelled at you a little bit. Just right at the beginning. It's just like, people.
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
Look, this is what we're going to do. Here's some shit. Deal with it.
Here's some shit. Deal with it. And do you know what else we deal with here in Val Verde? Another sponsor of this patriotic parade. You got to go down to Fletchy's. Have you been to Fletchy's yet, Geoff?
I have not been there yet. What is it?
Split top New England style hot dogs in Val Verde. They are the only people doing split top New England style hot dogs in Val Verde. And if you ask to have them cooked any other way, the owner's going to split your fucking skull.
Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to get down there and get a boiled hot dog.
Oh, you got to get it. You got to get it at Fletchy's.
Hope they don't slit my throat.
I hope they don't, because that would be awful. Also, Coderson's Coding Completely has been reopened. We got a message from Mr. Coderson saying that they are teaching AI prompts now.
Oh, that's
AI. That's huge.
That's
Jeff.
going to work.
Heard about this AI thing?
That's the coolest new technology lately.
Yes, it is the coolest new technology that is
I've heard that you can type in anything, and you can get a picture that's going to look like something out of the movie The Thing.
Yes,
that it's just going to be a horrifying, just blast of humanity and mutated limbs, just left to right, and you're going to be like, I guess that's the founding fathers eating a cheeseburger.
That's my prompt. That's the prompt I use. That's my go-to prompt.
I'm always
founding fathers
that
eating cheeseburgers.
Oh, it's so funny.
Oh my God, I have to read this too. Apparently, we're brought to you by Livingston Cruise Lines. The Hawk Rock Cruise is coming. Watch out.
Huh. That's foreboding. Watch out for what? Watch out for... We're just supposed to guess?
Well, the Mercy of the Sea sunk, so it can't be. Oh, it says they do have a new ship.
Uh-huh.
So we're celebrating that. It is the Symphony of Destruction.
I'm going to put that in the foreboding category once again. I'm not going to lie.
We're in foreboding. Speaking of foreboding, why don't you talk about our other sponsor, Chatbot Therapy?
chatbot therapy. You know, the thing about chatbot therapy is I have been feeling quite low recently. Have you been feeling low recently, Jason?
Jesus. I mean, well, this patriotic parade is literally the only thing picking me up.
Well, that's the beauty then. You should try out ChatGPT. It is one of the best chatbot therapies out there. Every time you tell them your problem into a nice little chat box, it will give you one of now 4 responses. Tell me more about your mother.
Okay, 1.
Interesting.
2.
Sign up for more sessions with chatbot therapy.
That's a given. 3.
Go buy a ticket through Tickets for the parade coming up on July 17th. And then it usually has a hyperlink. And I bought tickets even though I knew we were sponsors. I knew that we were part of this. But because I was feeling very low about my place in the world, and I was feeling like, what have I done? What have I done with my time on this earth? And am I just a piece of garbage just walking around? I just stare into the maw of existence and I think, what is the point of anything? And then I typed all that into the chatbot therapy and it told me, buy more tickets. So I felt better after that, I gotta say.
I bet you did. We'll come back. We'll talk more about our sponsors for today's event. Of course, tickets. We do have to say, you handled the tickets for this parade so well. I've never seen so many happy, very loud people in my life.
But they're all chanting double those handling fees because it was handled so well.
Handling fees, double those handling fees, double those handling fees. They want to pay more. And you know where you're going to pay less for the best one-piece leotards for 2 people? Of course, that's Twosie Onesie. Their float's coming up, and my God, those leotards are amazing. These are leotards that Freddie Mercury definitely would have worn on stage, but it's for 2 people, so John Deacon would have had to have gotten in as well.
He would have been playing some Deacon-style peekaboo with Freddie in the leotard together. Now that would be a sight for sore eyes right there.
Oh my God. Of course, the Channel 8 float is coming up right behind the Twosie Onesie float. Now, if you want to be a patriot, you got to be watching Channel 8's Booth Rescue. Oh my God, Geoff, have you watched it yet?
Have I watched it? Have I binged it yet?
Oh my God!
On Channel 8 Plus, the streaming, they've put it up as 3. They've only have 3 episodes.
3 episodes, but that's really all you need.
But there's 3 episodes and it loops on loop.
Yeah,
every time you can't get out. It doesn't let you get out of the loop either.
No, it reminds you. There's an AI underneath that says can't get out.
And that, of course, is the newest show on Channel 8, where the ghost of Powers Booth, comes and he renovates the truest patriot.
Yes.
And he renovates one booth in a restaurant just how Powers Booth would have liked it. And he gets that booth ready. And I tell you, there is no one who understands booths more than the ghost of Powers Booth.
Do you know, I watched the first episode and I was literally like, oh my God. What's he going to do? This booth is trashed. Yeah. There is going to be nothing that the Ghost of Powers Booth can do to make this booth look any better. And you know what?
He did it.
I should just I'm just eating my words, Geoff, because I was wrong.
Putting some red dye number 8 barbecue sauce on those words, because when that second episode, that booth, that was like a hoarder's booth.
Yes, it was.
In that Flappers. And he got in there, and you know what he did? Yeah, he cleaned it up and everything. He put in one of those phones in like truck stop restaurants.
Yeah.
When truckers want to call their family that they've not talked to in 20 months.
I'm eating some really sad tater skins, and I thought I would call in and say I love you from the road. Is Big Truck here? Was that
Big Truck? Are you there? But they're calling the road and they're asking, do I get the sausage gravy or do I get the red-eye gravy? And usually they say both.
They say both.
Powers
and there's
goes to
also
Powers Booth. Understood.
There's also usually a child on the other line going, "Daddy, please come home." And he said, "Shut up, child." Shut up, child. But what Powers Booth also did is he put an AI voice in there in case your kid never said that. So that you would have something to bring you home.
Yeah, exactly.
It was beautiful.
And that was brought in by also the Ghost of Powers Booth. That is, of course, the love interest from Teen Wolf merged with Powers Booth. And she's got some other ideas that are quite interesting. I'm hoping for the second season.
That's a real deep. That's a deep cut ghost there, Geoff. I cannot believe they're doing something with that.
I can't believe Channel 8 is doing these sort of things.
A deep cut ghost.
You know, I thought 108.9, the Hawks references were where their motto was alienating through specificity. But sometimes,
but everybody
the
gets what we're talking
on
about.
Channel 8 is really making me think. What are you thinking your audience is?
I have to be smarter for this. Oh my God. But you know what you don't have to be smarter for? The reopening of John Cougar's summer camp. Here comes that right now. They are coming this way. Oh, where? They stopped.
Oh no.
Okay.
See, you know, this is what happens. They always try to restart it. They always try to cut that pink ribbon in front of that little pink house. Start opening that. There it comes. It's finally coming down the road. And
okay, he's stopping in front of the tree.
Stopping right in front of the tree.
Right, here we go. There's a camp now. You can go there. Living in the camp neighborhood. He's got camp things running through his camp yard. He thinks he's got a camp so good. And there's a woman in the kitchen cleaning up the camp slop. And he looks at her and he says, darling, I can remember when you cleaned up that slop. Oh, but everybody clap. America, you and me. Ain't that America? A camp to see, baby. Ain't that America? John Cougar summer camp. Come on down and learn something. All right, they stopped the music and John Cougar Mellencamp is walking over. Geoff, I have to shit.
Oh, wait, Mr.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Thank you so much for taking a break from being on that wonderful floating from smoking cigarettes nonstop right under this. Oh, no, again, we are under the willow tree. Watch out. You don't want to lay down
catching
fire.
all smoke, ain't it?
But Mr. Now, do I call you now? Do I call you Mr. John? Do I call you
What do you
Mr.
wanna
John
call
Cougar?
me?
Do I call you Mr. JCM? Do I call you Mr. John Mellencamp?
What's
Do I
in
just
your
call you
heart?
the camp? I mean, what I'd like to call you is Smokey Joe.
Smokey Joe, that's what you call me then.
All right, so Mr. Smokey Joe.
Uh-huh.
So what do the campers at John Cougar Summer Camp, what can they be expecting with this newest season of John Cougar Summer
This
Camp
season,
coming
we're
in?
going to be doing the same things we did last season. There's going to be a lot of dancing.
Uh-huh.
There's going to be a lot of romancing.
Uh-huh.
There's going to be a lot of chili dogs.
Of course. The chili dog slurping contest.
Slurp it down is what I say all the time when I'm the judge. And there is the Ain't That America, but it's a geographic competition where you got to put a pin in each state and you got to loudly say which one it is. So, like, let's say, for example, you know Missouri, and you're like, that's Missouri. You put the pin in, and then you go, Missouri! And then if you're wrong, I get to spray you with corn dogs.
I mean, that sounds like a wonderful summer plan you have for those kids. I mean,
and all pink houses. You can be living in a pink house. Now, it ain't just for kids. This is for adults.
Oh God, yes, of course.
And there is a kids camp, but they don't do any of the fun stuff.
No, you put them to work. They're working in the tobacco fields, rolling your cigarettes that whole summer. All of my cigarettes that I smoke all year round have been rolled by tiny kid hands. And they better, the thing about them too is they better be ready to roll some cigs, and they better be ready to clap. Just like when you called out to that audience, you said, "You better clap."
No, you better. And
I hope they do it totally off time, just like every time a crowd is yelled out to clap along.
I'm going to be putting cherry bombs in every toilet.
Oh, interesting.
Every night we'll do the Wild Nights dance.
I mean, this sounds like a wonderful summer. I mean, sign me up.
And dance. Come on out and dance in the dance.
Oh, and that's when you're on the bathroom.
That's when I'm there. No, what?
That's what I heard with that. Or is that a slurping chili dog?
That's
noise?
what I was just slurping. There's a Tasty Freeze on every corner at John Cougar Summer Camp, and we hope we can see you soon.
The float's leaving.
My float's leaving. I gotta go get back on. Here I go.
Oh, Jason! Jason, get over here! You missed Mr. Bill Old Smoky Joe here.
Oh my God! I just got a hot dog. I was gonna get him to sign it.
Oh, sign it before you slurp it.
Well, I better slurp it.
Man, I gotta tell you, I love our parade because the thing about the parade, the July 17th parade, it sticks to a schedule.
Yes,
all right,
it does.
You get off it. You get off that. No matter who you are, whether you're the Ghost of Powers booth, whether you are John Cougar Mellencamp promoting John Cougar Summer Camps, or whether you're just old Jack and Jill, you better get back on that thing.
You better get back on that thing. We are having such a good time. If you're not down here, I think you can still make your way down here. Art, is it possible?
108.9 The Hawk Traffic with Art Spart.
Nope. Not possible. Unless you got a helicopter.
I don't.
Unless you're a mole person, you can just go under and pop right up. And if you happen to know a mole person, I highly recommend that route, because that is literally the only way you're getting down to Hawk Street today, baby. Because all roads are closed. Now, you could go up to Mount Hetfield, but let me tell you, Mount Hetfield is not there. No, because Metallica is on tour. Let me explain that to you again. You may not know this. We have referenced it in the past. Mount Hetfield is James Hetfield. He is a giant who shrinks down to tiny giant form to play thrash metal, or just Metallica now is what you call it. In the days, when Kill 'Em All came out, you may have called it thrash metal. Now you just call it Metallica. Well, he's on tour with the 72 Seasons, not playing any repeats. No tour. That's the whole name for the tour, Jason. Geoff.
That's the official tour.
I like the no-no-nos. The no-no-no-nos.
Yeah.
Now say it like James Hetfield.
No, yeah.
No. You're missing some no's, Geoff.
Well, that goes through the entire concert. You can't blow your load on the nose.
I would say you could go up to Mount Hetfield to look down upon the patriotism that's happening down here in the streets, but you can't. You can't go up Kirk Hammett Way because there's no mountain to see at the moment. Now, when James is back from tour, he will grow to his mountain size. He'll let out a giant sigh, and he'll go to sleep until he starts making riffs for the next Metallica album.
That's the beauty. I love when you can hear those. I love when you hear those stock riffs.
Oh my God!
Just coming through the air from Mount Hetfield.
I am beheading a Beowulf down in Lower Verde, and I hear junk 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 junk. Even the Beowulf is like, kill me.
Interesting.
Please. Kill me. I think I have heard that riff before. And I'm like, well, I gotta kill you. It's what I do. I'm a monster hunter.
Rules are
but
rules.
You're right. And Beowulf, I'm gonna let you live. So we can talk about Metallica and where it all went wrong post Saint Anger. Because if there's one thing to know about Art Spart is a gigantic load and reload fan. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me two records I desire. Fixer, Prince Charming, Hero of the Day, moi. That's French
Art,
for
where's
me,
your
Geoff.
crown?
From the Birth Funeral Flowers Traffic Desk, I'm Art Spart. I love you, Val Verde.
With Bert's Funeral Flowers, with Bert's Funeral Flowers.
Wow, it sounds like that crown said nothing.
Yeah. That
Right?
was a real king right there of
Oh,
nothing. My God. I mean, that is the beauty. Art's got his work cut out for him. Because there is no route for the July 17th parade. That's part
There's
of it.
no route.
They love to just keep you on your toes because that is the Val Verde way.
It's just like traffic was back on July 17th, 1982, when we said yes to the U.S. Constitution. And here's another person that's got a lot of work coming up for him, especially with the closure of Bed Bath & Beyond. Of course, I'm talking about Richie's Bed Bath & Blackmore. Yeah, coming up the pike right now, it is Richie Blackmore and all of his wares.
There he
My
is.
God, loots. I see a loot there. Oh, he tossed out a loot. I didn't expect that.
Billowy shirts.
Billowy shirts.
Somehow tight billowy fitting shirts.
So
I don't know
tight.
how you do the mix of those two.
I don't know how you do the strings at the neck, Geoff.
No, those are just
But we're
going
going to learn right now because he's walking up to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, through the trees, Richie. Through the trees.
Do I go? I go
Here we
right
go.
here. I go
All
right
right,
through here.
legendary, I will say, legendary Deep Purple guitarist, but legendary guitarist.
Thank
Richie
you.
Blackmore.
I prefer to not bring up my work in Deep Purple. I
So,
prefer not to bring up me work in Rainbow.
Okay. So what am I going to talk about? Are we going to talk about Ren fairs?
Well, I do have over 227 Blackmore's Night records that we could talk about.
There's 227 Blackmore's Night records?
Last year, yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Just last year alone. You're like
me-
the guided
me
by
and me-
voices
me and
of
me wife,
loots.
Me and my wife got a bit bored sometimes. That's why we opened up Bed Bath and Blackmore. But you know, but in between we can still make me a record.
Well, can we talk a little bit about Bed Bath & Blackmore? Like, what's your favorite thing that's on sale at Bath & Black? Wow, that's really hard to say. Bed Bath & Blackmore.
Oh, of course, the underbed tubs are wonderful.
What do you keep in your underbed tubs, Mr. Blackmore? Loots.
Billowy shirts.
Billowy shirts.
And of course, I've got one just for me extra strings. And I
okay.
ain't talking about guitar strings. I ain't talking about lute
Shirt
strings. Shirt strings, exactly.
There you go. There
You wonder how you wear it with the shirts. How you wear it? You get yourself some extra, and you get them down there at Bed Bath and Blackmore.
Now, I heard a rumor that you're going to be playing a show at Zazzers. What can people expect from that Blackmore's Night show?
You want to take a guess there?
I'm going to guess Ren Fair music?
A bit of Ren Fair, a bit of medieval, a bit of me wife lubing up the old vocal cords, doing a bit of a madrigal. You can also expect 43 more records. They're going to be coming out
Wait,
of
that
that one set.
Wow. Now, any shot, because everybody heard it in the latest Guardians of the Galaxy, is there going to be like a renaissance since you've been gone or anything like that? Or have you put any thought to that sort of thing, Mr. Blackmore?
Oh well, I don't like to look at the past.
Okay,
unless
you like to look at the
unless it's about the medieval past.
Okay, so if they had gone,
I can't look back unless it involves a loot,
right,
and me not being alive.
Okay. Well,
so there's your answer. Me and Graham Bonnet not gonna be getting along unless I'm there to put a bit of a prank on them.
Okay. Looking down at my paper, I'm out of questions here.
The publicist did send you a list of 227 questions.
We just did them all. We did all of the questions. I gotta.
Oh, right. Every single one was about Blackmore's Night and how many records I'd be doing.
Right.
Yes,
and medieval, blah 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 blah
Right.
blah. If only there was something to distract me here.
Can I do a bit of a Blackmore's Night promotion?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, check me out on the TikToks. I've got a Richie Blackmore TikTok where I'm doing wonderful things with me wife. I saw what Robert Fripp was doing, and I thought, oh, that's another way to do some loop music. And so I was doing a lot more. I do at least 2,000
Richie,
videos.
I'm very sorry,
every day.
Richie. I do have to stop you there because
Really, you're walking away from Richie. Wow,
in front
this guy,
of
get
the
him out of
tree
here.
right now is the Aerosmith Immersive Experience float. Of course, we was only going to be here for a few weeks, and then they extended it, and then they extended it, and it did so well in the extension that Aerosmith was like, you know what, we're going to play there 80 times. And I got to tell you, Geoff, I've been to the exhibition 28 times so far.
28 times.
I still have no idea what the dad did.
I don't get what I don't know what he was spelling out in the video. If there's anything got again, it doesn't explain nothing.
The whole thing is just going right back down Hawk Street.
Just going.
Crowd did not go nuts for that. I guess they're a little confused as well.
Crowd might be picking up a little bit on what's going on with Aerosmith.
Yeah.
I want to say lately, but let's just say always. But you know, we're having fun though.
Oh my God! Ooh, what's coming up the way? Let me see if I can see through the tree. Geoff, you got any eyes on it?
Ooh, is that what it? No, I actually don't have any eyes on it. What is this amorphous blob coming past us?
All right, everybody, it's great to be here.
Oh no! God
Wonderful.
damn it!
Waving from my convertible. Waving.
All right, and of course, everyone, as you know, Wisp Turlington has been suspended indefinitely from 108.9 The Hawk, but someone over there
waving from my
has found a way. Wisp is on top of the amorphous blob float.
Clap, clap. Amorphous blob.
It's like he found a way to trick us into getting on air. And I just have to talk over him because that's what Big Ron said. He said, don't let Wisp.
Oh, there's the boys. I better get over there and talk to them.
No, do not come over. Jason, block him. Jason, stop.
I'm trying to block him. Oh, hello, everybody. So good to be here at the July 17, 1982 parade. I do like to say the 82 part just to make sure everybody knows that I know about history or that I read the Wikipedia entry right before I opened the mic. How you doing, Geoff? It's really good to see you.
I mean,
long time no see.
Long time no see. First time caller.
Long time no phone callsies for old Wispies.
Look, between you and me, I wanted to call, but station manager
Why
Ron,
is everyone so goddamn loud here?
It's pretty loud, am I right? I mean, we've been having fun here. Look, I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know what You're not supposed to be here. You still have we got the memo.
We're not supposed to be here.
Oh my goodness!
What movie is that from?
I believe that's from PCU. PCU classic. That's David Spade in PCU, of course.
We're not supposed to be here. Right before George Clinton and the rest of the band played.
Oh, it wasn't it wonderful?
I was on the set. I was on the set for that movie, and speaking of that movie, here comes the PCU float. Of course, Jeremy Piven on top right there, waving at everybody, wearing the same denim shit that he wore in the movie. It is really
throwing
great to
out
see.
flyers for Everyone Gets Laid.
Everyone
Gets laid. A wonderful concert.
Patriotic parade.
And look, and I mean, I can't believe George Clinton is on top of the float.
He's on top, and everyone's going nuts for it.
We all were surprised. There was a P-Funk renaissance in the 90s. We didn't understand how that was happening, but life is cyclical. We're back into a 90s renaissance, so of course, then you get a double renaissance of George Clinton and the P-Funk All-Stars.
That's really great to hear, Geoff. Wisp Turlington on the Wisp Turlington Show on
Okay, no, Wisp. We can't do that. Can't do that.
Let me do.
Wow.
Okay.
That was. Did you feel that? That was intense.
It was kind of depressing, less than intense.
Maybe we should get him a couple free sessions from Chatbot Therapy over there.
Oh my God. I think he can afford them, Geoff.
I think he can afford them. He doesn't need
to afford them. And you know what else I think he can afford?
What's that?
Over 1,000 books.
Oh.
When I say over 1,000 books, I clearly mean 1,001 at Books of Thousands down there on Hog Street, our favorite bookstore, sponsors of 108.9 The Hawk and this very patriotic parade. Also, Big Open Pit just opened in Val Verde. I don't know if you've been down there yet, Geoff.
I've tried to not fall in many times. I have been there, yeah.
It's a big open pit.
It
is a big open pit that Starman himself would enjoy. And I don't mean David Bowie, and I mean Jeff Bridges.
Of course. And you don't mean the character he plays in Starman. You mean specifically Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
He'd be down there taking photographs.
Yeah. He was born there.
Yeah. Bo Bridges was right on top. He's saying, look at this.
He was, yeah.
Now I got a little baby bro.
Also brought to you by Flying F Truck Stop. Thanks to Smokey. We know you
Still pretty sick down there, Smokey, and we're all pulling for you.
We're all pulling for you. That's
maybe
why
stop smoking.
You got to stop smoking at the
You
Flying
gotta
F.
stop smoking.
We told you to stop smoking. What did you do? You brought in
You
Booth
went harder.
Rescue, and all of a sudden, there's Powers Booth, the Ghost of Powers Booth, and he tells you, put in more smoking sections and double up those trucker phones, and you listen to him, and I don't think that was good advice in that episode. I'm going to say that right now.
Salty Sam, Surprisingly Salty Donuts, thank you for the sponsorship here. So many of our old sponsors came out of the woodworks for this very patriotic parade.
Seabird Burritos, thank you so much.
Thank you,
there.
Seabird
Coming,
Burritos.
throwing chum burritos right at the crowd. It's
Oh, ho ho
fantastic.
hoagies. Thank you, ho ho hoagies.
Ho ho hoagies, love you, man. That is fantastic. Love you.
Flemington Laxatives, you put it in, we get it out.
One of the best.
And of course, we do have to thank the what's above gold? Platinum? Diamond level sponsors?
Double D's. Double
of
diamonds.
The double D's of the Patriotic Parade. Sharnies. No one eats for free at Sharnies.
No one eats for free at Sharnies.
And we're having such a good time. The parade is moving right along, and I guess soon to wrap up, Geoff. What are you thinking?
Moving right along and soon to wrap up. And speaking of, that's a moving right along and it's time to wrap up float coming by. That's how you know that another July 17th is gone. It's just like the Thanksgiving Day parade. When Santa comes by, you wait for that float to come by, and they just start throwing paper airplanes at you that just say, get out.
You know, for a patriotic parade, I saw nothing of patriotism. And that's kind of what I like to see out of this type of parade. You know what I mean?
Isn't that what patriotism is all about? You know,
I think
isn't it
it's
all
about-
kind of hollow, anyways, when you really think about it?
Yeah,
So
it's just like, you know, kind of just showing it on one day, but not showing it any other day.
I think-
we didn't
I
even
think
show it
that's-
on this day.
that's the thing of Val Verde. We show it on this day, and by showing on this day, we mean we don't show any of that patriotism on this day, like every other day. And that's, of course, one of the Val Verde mottos. Show it on this day like every other day.
Like every other day. Oh, Geoff, I can't fucking believe it. We should have been done. That was the final float.
That was
What
the
the
final
hell is
one.
this? The Mike and the Mechanics float is back.
Back around. Oh, God.
Here comes Mike Rutherford. He's walking up.
Mike Rutherford, here you go. Hey, Mr. Rutherford, welcome back to the end of the July 17th parade. How are you? How was this parade for you?
I feel a little bit like on the Father Christmas of this parade. It was nice to come back.
Well, you kind of did it yourself.
Yeah,
We
you kind
did
of
have
forced
our-
the issue. I mean,
Well, I mean, you know, our float can turn around.
that is true.
That is true.
That
Now,
is
the
true.
other-
It does
all of
float.
these other floats only go one direction.
They only go one,
They
and that's
do
it.
not
And
turn.
you're gonna, and you promise that you're gonna try your best in the Mike and the Mechanic shop to work on all the floats for next year to see if they can turn around.
Well,
You're
if
not
you
making
have a
any
float-
promises.
No, I'm not making any. You know what? I will make that promise if you come down to Mike and the Mechanics with your float from this year's very extremely patriotic parade. If you come out, I will make sure your float for next year does turn left.
Right
Left
then. Okay.
only.
So are you going to? Yes. Are you
Oh
going to
my
help out with
God.
mine? This, of course,
Why
Tony
did
Banks
you
is
come back here? When
Well,
did you
because
come
I
back?
heard about I've got Tony
good
Banks
Lord.
Bank
Well,
could
it's good to
use
be
a
here.
float that turns
Well,
left.
It's good to speak with you, Tony. Always wonderful to see Tony. Of course, my brother in Genesis. We're very close friends. We speak all the time. And why don't you tell them a little bit about your classical albums that everybody loves? Your classical
Okay.
albums.
Well, I can
Everybody's
tell we're
like,
doing some
"Oh,
schoolboy ribbing
please,
here. We've been
please
friends
tell
for
me
way
more
too long.
about
I
your
can sense
classical
your
album.
dry British
Oh,
sarcasm
I
that
wish
is
I
not
knew
too
more
British.
about these classical albums.
Wow.
You know,
Okay.
Phil,
Really.
Wow, you guys are really going to town at each other. Right? This
Is
is
it-
like a cat fight.
But you know what, Jason? I gotta
What's
say,
that?
isn't that America?
I think
Or
you
should I
mean,
say, ain't that
ain't
America?
that America? I love it. I love it. This is my favorite parade to do every year, except for Christmas.
Except for Christmas. That one's pretty fun, too.
Yeah, that is fun too. Thank you to all of our sponsors. They are on the ground just pummeling each other right now. I am looking down at they are really ripping into each other right now.
Just like both physically, verbally, just everything. They are just taking each other down, and that's how you gotta end.
That's how you got to end this parade.
That's how you gotta end a patriotic. Because again, ain't that America? Home of the free.
I thought for a second that his float would come back and pick him up, but they're long gone.
Oh no.
And the crowd is dispersing, and it's just Mike Rutherford and Tony Banks from Genesis beating the shit out of each other on the ground right here under our weeping willow.
Gone from schoolboys sniping at each other to just beating the ever-living shit out of each other like it's an MMA concert that Joe Rogan's watching. I mean, and I can't believe it.
I don't know if you can hear in the
willows.
I don't know if you can hear in the background right now, but there's no crowd anymore.
No crowd. There's
That's just the sadness at the end of every
light
parade.
Rustling of the willow in front of our face.
God, they got the hell out of here quickly.
And when you don't have a parade route, you can really just make any exit you want and just. I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little alone. I mean, I know we're together, but I feel.
I wish someone would come around. You know, I
just one more float.
One more float.
That's all you want sometimes. The end. Just one more float.
Little big hot there for you and me.
Oh, ain't that America? Old Smoky Joe coming around. Ladies and gentlemen of Val Verde, thank you for joining us for the July 17th Super Patriotic 1982 non-stop patriotism parade. Thank you to everyone that came by. Thank you to our parade route master. Oh my God. And it looks like Mr. Mellencamp, Smokey Joe himself, might have slurped down too many hot dogs. We're going to have to get him to an urgent care.
Run up and help him. I don't know the Heimlich maneuver, but I have to do it. Here I go.
Oh, okay. I can breathe again.
Oh, thank
Down to the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, yeah.